Hey, so about a year and a half ago, I did a video explaining the story of getting pregnant and giving birth, and it was also the first video that I ever made. And yesterday, I got a comment basically asking me for an update and asking me a few different questions. So shout out to you, Madison. Thank you for supporting my channel and interacting with my channel. So I got pregnant at 17 and I'm 21 now, and my daughter is 2 years old and she will be 3 on July 12th. She basically just first wanted to know how all three of us are, and we are all doing great. Thank you for asking. So what has Bella accomplished? She knows all of her colors, all of the basic colors, like not like turquoise, like she knows like blue, red, purple, all of the basic colors. And she can count to 10. She's in the process of potty training. She can eat completely by herself, and she can drink out of a big girl cup. Like, she doesn't use a sippy cup or anything anymore. She's just drinking out of a big girl cup now. She is very smart. She also has a very good memory. And some of her favorite things to do recently are go to the playground, go to the pool. She's been loving to paint with me because I've been doing that with her a lot recently. And she'll be like, paint with mommy. It's so cute. She can put socks and shoes on by herself. Unless the shoes are like really complicated to get on or something, she's able to put them on by herself. I could literally go on and on raving about how great and perfect she is and how much she has accomplished. But I'm going to move on to the next question, which is, did I have a job while I was pregnant? And yes, I did have a job while I was pregnant. I got a job right after I found out I was pregnant. I worked at KFC and I worked until I was 8 months pregnant. I did that so I could have a few weeks to rest before I gave birth, and also so I could finalize and make sure everything was completely ready before her arrival. After Bella was born, I just took maternity leave off, and then I started working again. I started working at JCPenney's, and I worked there for a little over a year. Then I started doing DoorDash, and I did that for about 6 months. And then I started working at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I worked there for a little over a year as well. And this leads me to my next question, which is, what do I do career-wise? Which now I just work DoorDash. I've been doing that for about 4 months now since leaving Buffalo Wild Wings, and I love it. I would totally do a video more in depth talking about that if you would want. So did I go to college? Kind of. I did 1 semester and then I stopped just because I felt like that was the best for my situation. I had a lot going on. You know, I had just had a baby. I was having to share a car with my boyfriend. I was also working. I was having to clean up, you know, like it was just so much going on that I just felt like I couldn't keep up with my assignments, and so I ended up dropping out. I kind of regret that now just because the fact that I was on like financial aid or whatever because of my daughter, and the whole thing was free other than me having to pay for my textbooks. And so I honestly kind of passed up a good opportunity, and I honestly should have just pushed through and kept doing it. But I was at the point where I wasn't even sure if that's what I wanted to be studying, and I have not gone back to school because I have no idea what I want to do. And I don't want to go back to school and not know what I want to do because I feel like there's too many people going to college that literally don't even know what they want to do, and what they're studying is not what they want to do, but it will be like too expensive or something if they change majors. And I don't want to be in that situation. I want to make sure I figure out what I want to do before I decide to go back to college. I've thought about doing beauty school or becoming a lash tech or something like that, but I'm not sure yet. I'm still deciding. At this point, I'm pretty content with my life right now. I feel like I don't really want to go back to school at this point. Like, I think about going back to school and having to do tests and do homework and all that again, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do that. And so honestly, if I got an opportunity that was where I was making enough money to where I didn't have to go back to school, I would totally do that and not go back to school. But if I feel like I do need to go back to school, I will. Her last question is, am I wanting more kids? And that I'm also still kind of not decided about. I do, but at the same time, I would be content if I only had Bella. I used to think that I wanted to have like 3 or 4 kids, but after having 1, I feel like I am either just content with having her, or I would want 1 other child, I think. And if I did have another child, I'm not really sure when it would be. Me and my boyfriend have talked about it, but I also don't want to rush it and feel like it's too much. But I also wouldn't want the age gap to be like really big. Like, I want my kids to be pretty close in age. And so I think if I do have another child, it would be like within a few years, I would say. Now I'm just going to give you a little bit of an update from my first video to now. In that video, I mentioned that I lived at my parents' house, which I did for a while. And now I live in an apartment with my boyfriend Trey, my daughter Isabella, and my dog Luna. We moved in on November 7th of last year, and I'm very proud of us for making this step. And the reason why we waited so long to get an apartment and lived at my parents for a while is because we wanted to make sure that we had the money to be able to pay for rent. We didn't want to be struggling to be able to like buy diapers or anything like that. And it totally worked. We have not once been struggling to pay bills or be able to provide for our dog or our daughter. I'm honestly very thankful for the situation I'm in. Yes, I wish I was like super rich, but you know, I'm making it by. I'm not struggling. So I'm very thankful for that. Me and Trey have been together for 4 years. It will be 5 years on December 19th, which is actually my birthday. Also, I just wanted to say that I would not be where I am today without my support system, which is my parents and Trey's parents. They've helped so much by watching Bella when we need a babysitter, if me and him are both working, or if we just really need a break because we're both tired. And Trey's parents, sometimes they will offer to get her for the weekend or for a day, and she's actually with them right now. She's been there for the weekend. Me and Trey pay for everything ourselves, but they help us out by watching her when we need it or by spending time with her when they want to. The last thing I'm going to be talking about is the reason why you haven't seen my daughter in any of my videos, and that is because I haven't decided if I want to put her in my videos on here or not, because I kind of want to give her her own privacy, kind of want to wait until she's like showing interest to want to be in them. I don't want to just like be shoving a camera in her face. No hate to any parents that do a family YouTube channel or show their kids on YouTube or anything. That's just something I'm undecided about whether I want to do or not yet. So that's the reason why you haven't seen her yet. If you have any questions for me related to this or any questions for me at all or any video ideas, let me know in the comments below, and like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye.